So I'm back with some news from the past week. Not too many things happening, but we have some interesting stuff about Ableton Move. Korg released a MIDI keyboard that's as big as your smartphone. We have a new expansion from Native Instruments focused on Jersey club music. Oh, and Bitwig have a major new update to their DAW. So let's start with the news about Ableton Move. The head of product for Move at Ableton, Johannes Russ, has explicitly stated that they don't plan to expand the track count of their new Groovebox. They had a Q&A on their Instagram page last week, and Johannes answered a lot of the questions, and you can watch the full video with all the answers on Ableton's YouTube channel. So I posted the question whether Move's CPU would allow them to enable 4 more tracks with a firmware update, and here's what he said about it.
Okay, I want to be straightforward about this one. No, we do not intend to add 4 more instrument tracks to Move. So the way we optimize Move's CPU performance wouldn't allow for that. So Move's CPU performance and memory is optimized to give you a really stable, snappy, fluid experience so you can stay in the flow. That was the #1 priority when we made Move. So, you can go wild and play 64 samplers, automate all parameters. Move will never drop out on you or won't lag. And also we want to keep the remaining headroom that we have for more, creative features, connectivity features, so we can actually extend what Move can do.
So if you listen closely, and I'm sure that Johannes is choosing his words carefully, he explicitly rules out adding more instrument tracks. So this doesn't necessarily rule out adding pure MIDI tracks for sequencing external gear, nor does it rule out adding audio tracks.
So when we built the first prototypes, we thought about this question whether 4 tracks are enough, a lot. But then we made these prototypes and we gave it into the hands of artists and colleagues, and everyone really clicked with it. Like, it was really fun. They were creating a lot of ideas. So we knew we were into something quite special and decided to go ahead with it, knowing that whatever you start in Move, you can always extend it in Live and Push, and that's where you finish your music and put all the details in.
In this Q&A video, he also hinted at the possibility of more instruments and effects coming to Move in the future, but he also ruled out the possibility of allowing users to create their own wavetable presets and uploading them to Move. Again, due to the possibility of creating very complex wavetable presets that Move's CPU can't handle. Currently, you can only upload drum racks using the drum sampler and drift presets to Move. So Move uses the ARM Cortex-A72 CPU at 1.5 GHz. It's a CPU used in a lot of handheld gaming devices. And it's probably not as powerful as any decent smartphone, considering that you can run Ableton Note on iPhone 7 and get 8 tracks, and Move is essentially a 4-track version of Ableton Note. Obviously, it's an apples to oranges comparison, as Move's operating system is very optimized for creating music. So I still have some hope that they at some point may add at least audio tracks. That would be great, but honestly, I'm not holding my breath and I'm just enjoying my Move the way it is. I have a question. Do you want to play keys that feel like the membrane buttons on your microwave? No? Me neither, but if you want a keyboard that's as portable as your phone, Korg have an offer for you. They've released the Nanokey Fold, which offers extreme portability, like you can literally fold it and put it in your pocket. And it does have a lot of features for such a tiny keyboard, such as scales, chords, an arpeggiator. You can split it and play different instruments on the left and the right side of the keyboard. It even has MIDI out, which is really impressive. But one thing that's missing for such a portable device is Bluetooth. So if you want to use it with your iPad or iPhone, which don't have headphone jacks anymore, you have to either use a hub or listen through the device's built-in speakers. Now, to be fair, in order for them to have Bluetooth, they also need to have a battery, and in this tiny device there is just no space for it. But then the price is kind of ridiculous in my opinion. It costs 130 euro or dollars. And for this price, I think it's a hard sell unless you have an extremely mobile lifestyle. And they also still sell the regular Nanokey that doesn't fold for 50 bucks, and that's quite portable as well. But let me know what you think down in the comments. So Bitwig have a major update to their DAW. Version 0.53 adds 25 new devices to their stock drum instruments, and these are divided into 3 categories: an 808 set called V8, a 909 inspired kit titled V9, and a collection of digital drum synths, which is called V0. They've also added a device for step sequencing notes, a clever master recording feature on the transport controls that allow you to record a whole session or resample on the fly even if transport isn't running. They also have easier setup for your audio interface and I/O, so it will remember and auto-configure your audio routing for any interface you have previously connected, which does sound quite convenient, I must say. And also their projects load faster now with this version 0.53. And if you watched one of my news recaps from a couple of weeks ago, you know that Bitwig is one of the DAWs that will support Windows on ARM. And this 0.53 update brings exactly that. And they've even solved the problem with plugin compatibility as well. Thanks to Bitwig's unique sandboxing architecture, even those plugins that haven't yet been recompiled for ARM can run seamlessly under emulation. Kind of impressive, to be honest. Way to go, Bitwig. As you may know, Bitwig was founded by former Ableton employees, so it does have some similarities to our favorite DAW, but they're doing their own thing as well. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with Ableton Live, so I've never tried Bitwig, but I hear it's really good. So Bitwig 0.53 is in beta now, and they aim to release it before the end of the year. So Native Instruments seem determined to cover every genre of electronic music with their expansions. The latest one they've released is all about Jersey club music, and it's called Jersey Ride. Here are some audio examples.
New Jersey.
They did send this one over to me to try out, but I haven't had any time this week, but it does sound cool and possibly useful even outside of the intended genre. And since it's brand new, it's not part of their Cyber Season sale, so it's at full price, which is $49. And so that's all for this week's news, guys. Catch you later.